I'm a wanderer of the soul. Before the end, I plan to be whole. But I know I'll lose myself along the way. What's gone is gone. What's past is past. Let me leave what belongs in the past. The road ahead is quite unclear. Let me walk it despite fear. The road stretches over the hills, and I've got many debts to pay. Some are on their own way. My pay is not gold.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Kingmaker. So here we are. Act 2 of the Stag do-over. The party have infiltrated the Stag Lord's fort, and now it is time to fulfill the terms and conditions of their original charter with the Greenbelt region of bandits, and the way they have to do it is by getting rid of this Stag Lord. Party, we're going to crack straight on, but there is one thing I've got to know first. How do you rate your chances? Let's start with Greg. How you feeling?
If it all goes to plan, we should be all right. Hopefully. Maybe. Question marks, many of them.
Jack, you've been into many of these finales before. This is a chapter finale for us. How do you rate your chances going into this one?
Well, the last time I was on this channel and we did a season 1 finale, I died a horrible death, but I had no armor or weapons, and this time I'm quite literally the opposite, so we got this. That
means you're going to die straight away, first person down.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Then I can take an easy day.
It reminds me of the times, you know, when that person has all the hot stats, you know, a couple of 16s, a couple of 18s, but they can't roll anything above a 4.
I don't remember.
Yep. I know one of those guys.
Lexi, you're underneath a cart at the moment. How do you rate the chances?
Isabella's already written her last will and testament.
Okay, fair enough. Anden, you're on a bit of a high at the moment. How do they rate the chances?
Easy game.
Easy.
No. I think we've done a great job of preparing. I think we've got a great plan. We got the whole world out ahead of us inside a bandit camp, and we can engage them on our own terms.
Awesome sauce. All right, before we get underway, there is one shout out that needs to be done. As you can see, the Foundry chat has had a bit of a spruce up, has had a bit of a spice up, and there's some new modules if you want to have a quick read of what we've actually installed into this game. I want to give a quick shout out to the content creator who pointed these modules out to me, use them for their own Pathfinder 2E games. Their name is Kobold DM, and if our game of Pathfinder is not exactly your speed, then they themselves have an awesome actual play on their YouTube channel and live on their Twitch channel, which I believe is every Saturday. And yeah, I've been watching it. It's nice to actually get a different perspective, a different point of view, and yeah, these modules such as PF2E, Dorkai UI, the Staves PF2E Staves module, and the PF2E Giveth module were all pointed out to me by Kobold DM and their YouTube channel. So give them a look-see. They do really, really good stuff, and I've loved every single moment so far. So I thought it was just fair to give a quick shout out today and just say thanks. But we got our own business to take care of. In regards to the Stag Lord, I'm actually quite nervous about this. So let's get on with it. Time for the recap. So, the last time we played Kingmaker, our party of adventurers, well, it was time to fulfill their end of the bargain in regards to their charter. Rid banditry from the stolen lands, especially here in the Greenbelt region. To do this, they need to rid these lands of the Stag Lord. And well, through their numerous adventures, Seems like the Stag Lord, there's more to him than what meets the eye. Not only that, it appears the Stag Lord's supposed father, a druid by the name of Nugra, was one of the main reasons for this area of the Stolen Lands, the Greenbelt, had been in a state of turmoil for the past 30 years. So, the party know they're not dealing with some mere bandit. They're dealing with someone special. Teaming up with Felix of Taldor, they proceeded south towards the Stag Lord's fort, not before discovering what appeared to be an old windmill atop of a high hill. A hill so high that it literally overlooks most of the land around it. Upon investigating this hill, they discovered what was essentially a windmill that was converted into a watchtower. It was of stone farm construction, and not only that, but the windmill was essentially an air-powered generator, as it featured remains, destroyed remains, of almost Numerian-like technology. Balruk Silverstone was confused. This windmill watchtower was of stone farm construction, but never knew of any tales or stories of anyone from Stone Farm heading this far south. But the family has been around this region for thousands upon thousands of years. So who knows what has happened over time. After staying the night at this, what we're calling the Farmstone Watchtower, fog overcame the Greenbelt and the Tuskwater region. Using the fog for cover, they proceeded towards the Stag Lord's fort, disguising themselves as bandits, hiding in and with under the car itself, and posing as a bandit delivery shipment of alcohol for the Stag Lord himself, because apparently he's a bit of a drinker. Once preparations were done, they made their way up to the main gate of the fort. After giving out the right passcode, they gained entry. Well, as they say, this is where the fun begins. So let's bring today's game back in. Okay, so welcome to inside the Stag Lord's Fortress. Before we crack on, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Party level 3. Hero points in the pool 4. Date. Star day. Gosrin's 3rd, 4710. So it's literally Galarian Saturday. So maybe Elton John was right. Saturday night is good for a fight. Also, before we really crack on, let me remind you of the Stag Lord Fort layout from the front. So let me just show this artwork again of the Stag Lord's Fort from the front. So you have literally just entered through that wooden gate, and you have literally, from the view of the picture, gone to the right and parked up in that region. You see several watchtowers. There is one predominantly, once again using the drawings view, to the east that overlooks the hill that you came up from. That's where they called out to you from. There is sorry, it's the Western Tower. I'm nervous today. The Western Tower looks out over the hill. The Eastern Tower more keeps an eye on the camp itself, and the far Eastern Tower at the back there overlooks the hill from the other side. There is a main central building that has fallen apart and has gone into dilapidation over time. But if anyone in the party is trained in religion, it's weird. Now that you're seeing it up close and personal through the fog, there is almost some religious stylings to these runes. Now, upon arriving into the fort, you park up and you are greeted by a Taldane human. He stands out. Literally stands out. About 6'2" tall, broad, powerful looking, mid-40s, going into his 50s, wonderful beard and hair, and yet wears a chainmail armor that shines and glistens and gleams. The sword and bow that he carries is of a absolute fine make and quality, as you presume from descriptors given to you by Felix that this is Okiros Ismort himself. And speaking with a Taldane accent, this is the one who spoke to you from the other side of the gate. And we come back into it as you dismount the cart, and Akira says to you, I say it's about bloody time you got here. He's been waiting for this alcohol shipment for days. Boss is getting... Where have you been?
Well, you know, they've been new adventurers down here. Like, doing stuff, getting in the way.
More?
More. They sent out more.
He looks at you and he says, Any of them with particular talent?
Be honest with you, I haven't been checking. Kind of avoid them. Some of them been flinging spells and I don't do spells.
Secret deception check on that one. However, Kelvhan, you get a +2 item bonus from the bandit clothing.
Yay!
We set you up. We set you up all good, so you'd be getting some bonuses when we came in.
Oh, that's a public. I want that one. Oh.
Okay. He looks at you and considers you for a moment and says, strange, I would have considered you to be a spellcaster. You just have that look in your face, my friend, like you know what you're doing.
I get that a lot, but I'm quite simple, you see.
We can vouch for that one. He's dumb as a doorpost.
Harsh but fair.
You then hear footsteps approaching from the south, inside the dilapidated building. And Akiros looks to his side, down towards the south, and then his eyes immediately grow wide for a second, and then start to roll in his head a little bit, as if to express, oh bloody hell. Because walking up to meet him and to greet you, seemingly almost smelling, there is alcohol in this wagon. You see what could undoubtedly be described as a beast of a man. Anden, you are perhaps the only one not surprised by this visage. We have briefly touched on how the Stag Lord came to be, and that's not weird for a druid like yourself. In fact, you know the result of such unions. In this case, to keep it nice and simple for those listening in, picture a man personified as a stag in terms of equivalent attributes, stats, and stature. This man is literally as tall as a stag. 7'2". He is literally at least 300 pounds of solid muscle. That's about 136 kilos. And for the British equivalent in the old stones, that's about 21 stone, 21 and a half stone. He's built like a friggin' stag. However, the body has numerous burns and scars literally all over it. Whoever this man is has not seen a very nice life. But you can't exactly completely tell, as the Stag Lord has their name from the fact that they are also wearing a stag mask complete with antlers, but it is all completely made out of stag bone. And then there's something about that mask. You can't tell at the first glance, but there is definitely something about it. As the Stag Lord appears before all of you, reeking of strong alcohol, but yet at the same time, somehow, some way, there is not one miscoordinated or uncoordinated step to his movement. As he says, "Ah, more, yes." He considers the party who are visible. "You're late. What took you so long?"
Ah, sorry about that, boss. We got, adventurers. Couldn't do anything about them. Covering this place at the moment.
Well, I'm sure you can handle a few measly adventures, can't you?
Yeah, but they got rid of the outpost ones. And they've been picking around our business.
He looks at Akiros. Alright, Ismort. I want you to unload this stuff. And I want you to do everything in your power. Send whoever you want. And make sure that these adventures are quashed. Get hold of Cressel as well. Make sure they are cut down and bled so they stain the grass of these lands. Of course, boss. Now, regardless. Finally, my drink is here. Pay these 5 individuals. Sorry, 5 individuals? I got word confused there for a second. There. Pay these fine individuals 5 gold each. And send them on their way. He looks to all 3 of you. For any adventurer you cut down, another 10 gold will go to each of you. Is that understood?
Yes, boss. That's very kind of you, boss.
Quite generous, thank you.
These are my lands. They were given to me. She said it was so. And no one is going to change that. And with that, the Stag Lord stamps off. Once again, to use a British colloquialism, pissed us afar. But not showing it in terms of his movements. As Akiros sighs and looks at you and says, "Well, despite my personal feelings, a deal's a deal. So, 5 gold it is then. And I would like, just to sake of speed, and Anden, Balruk, and Kelvhan add 5 gold manually to their inventories."
Yep, not a problem.
Alright. Akiros says, "Alright, you heard the boss. You see these adventurers, you cut them down. But, get that stuff unloaded first, and then be on your way.
Of course, not a problem.
Where would you like it?
Kiros walks down to the south a little bit and motions to just west of him inside the building and says, just in here were the other barrels we find. And then he gives Kelvhan one final stern look before walking away. What are you doing?
Then, boys, get this off and we'll be on our way.
And so the party go off and become a band of bandits.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I guess Balruk will get to unloading the cart.
Okay. There's a couple around there, but I think those of you can probably get yourselves out if you stick around to here by the cart.
Sure, I'll creep out from under the cart.
You go to creep out from under the cart, but you and
Oh.
Felix both actually lose your grip and fall with a big thump on the ground. For
Oh,
your
really?
Yeah, for your secret stealth checks, Isobella rolled a natural 1 for a 12,
That tracks.
and Felix rolled a natural 1 for a -1.
We
When
both
Balruk
got nat
hears-
ones.
Yes.
Yeah, just as Balruk hears them both just flop like that, he's going to kind of grab one of the casks of alcohol in the bag and kind of slam it down on the ground to give some kind of indication of what might have made the noise.
Oi, be careful.
How I
Are
was
you kidding
ruling,
me? The thing's solid. It ain't going to break.
how I was ruling it, because I'm still not. It may have been critical fail, but I'm not a person who's like, oh, you rolled a natural 1, that means things are instantly going to go to the crap. Basically, if Akiros or the Stag Lord went to look at the cart themselves, that's when you would have been in trouble.
Hmm.
So far, and considering you brought alcohol and you just succeeded, some of you, at the disguise checks, you think you're okay for now.
Schmoozed our way in, thankfully.
I will reveal that and it's because you brought alcohol. That automatic. I'll actually reveal this. That actually knocks you up automatically by 1 stage of success. You went from failure to regular success.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So I'll tell you what, 30 experience points for that right off the bat.
Oof.
Yay.
Because I think that was an
we're at
acceptable skill
60.
challenge.
Is it low light in here, by the way?
In here, because there was fog outside, and you can even see some of the fog in the fort itself, because of the buildings and the coverings, it's getting to low light,
Gotcha.
but it's not there yet. The buildings and the walls are preventing the fog from really creeping in. So if you want to talk mechanically, I'd say it's halfway to concealed, but not there yet.
I'm more worried about my own sight than anything else.
All right, Felix is going to crawl out from underneath, go next to Isobella, and will stop hiding, so they're no longer hidden. Ignores Isobella for now. Okay.
Let's have BB jump out as well.
Okay.
BB
So-
obviously got nat 20 on hiding. Don't worry about him.
BB actually did all right. BB rolled a. I don't think there was actually a roll for BB. I think we forgot about BB.
No, we
What?
did.
We did. We forgot about BB, but oh well. There we
But
go.
it is, apparently.
Yeah, there
She
you
was
go.
pretending to be a rug.
Yeah. So it happens. All right. So what's next?
I don't know about you, but talking like a simpleton... not my fondest thing to do.
I don't know, I'm kind of used to it.
Gentlemen, rather than dallying, would you like to tell me where the guards are?
So I, with one hand, I like motion, like come round the corner to specifically Balruk. I'm like, yep, round here. With my other hand to the party, I'm like, I put 2 fingers up, and then just kind of like round the corner. Yeah, because they're in a straight line.
Right.
Like from there. So there's just 2 of them around that corner. I can't see anything else.
I'll like nod quietly and then turn to Balruk and whisper to Balruk,
Any in that direction, lad?
Let's see. I'm assuming you're motioning kind of to like the south.
your direction from me, yes.
Yes. Well, he's actually gonna kind of take a step out just to see a little better, but he kind of shakes in and says, "No, don't look like it."
Right.
Can't see around the corner too good.
Don't stand there forever. Come back.
All right.
Yeah,
He'll actually set one of the casks down over there because that's where they want us to put him, and then he'll make it go back.
I think we're supposed to get them around here
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
store area. So that's why I'm motioning you. It's like, come on over with the barrel. We haven't got all day, etc.,
Oh, right.
etc.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so the room
And
you're
I-
looking in.
yeah.
The room you're looking in. Yeah, the room you're looking into is a drafty room, which are crammed with small goods. Dirty bowls and utensils lie on the floor next to a few crumpled bedrolls, and there's a chamber pot that sits tucked into a corner. Despite the draft, a notable stink of washed bodies and stale food lies heavy in the air. There is a large iron gate. It's wedged between a 10-foot wide gap in the western wall. Chips of ancient plaster flake from the walls, exposing the stone construction. Whatever plaster still clings to the stonework, it's covered with strange and erratic scribbles and pictographs. The floor is hard-packed earth. In the southeastern corner, a pile of rubbish fallen from the platform 20 feet above blocks passage to another room.
Okay. I step back around after motioning with Bork and just kind of going, yep, over there. And then I walk back around the corner. I shake my hand and I put up 4 fingers.
I see.
I could only see 2.
The bandit to the far south, just off the camera range right now, is kind of sitting by the wall, watching you all mill around, and they look at you and they say, scrawny little bugger, but thick, wide, built like an enraged bull. Just turns around and says, "Oi! What's taking so long? Come on, or else I'll let boss know you're taking your time, and you don't want to make him mad."
Sorry. Got, well, my friend over here dropped one, so I gotta pick it up.
Come on.
I'm going, don't rush me, I'm doing it.
Oh god, I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
This whole plan's stupid. Let's do it.
Hey.
Well,
It's a good plan.
it's, while they're distracted and like having this little tiff with Kelvhan, I want to creep up behind these like barricades here and start making my way across if possible.
All right, then give me a secret stealth check, please.
I want to just expand our group a little bit, and especially because I did say I was going to sneak off into into the fort. So,
Of course.
I should probably get on that.
Sure.
Is skilling done?
Let's have that secret stealth.
Sure.
All right. So, okay, Isobella will begin to creep off. Felix will look at you and just whisper, "Where do you want me? I'm kinda in heavy armor here, old boy."
Is he saying that to me?
No, he's actually motioning to Balruk because you're starting to sneak away.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of think, just hang around me. I'm not the best at planning. I'm kind of going with the flow, you know.
He rolls his eyes and just he actually says he actually expresses something in Elven and then just just lets it go. If any in the party
Did
speak
you recognize Elven as a language?
I don't like to drop too many swears, but Kelvhan, Felix and Elven says, "Fuck's sake."
Balruk will kind of recognize the Elven language, or not what he said, and just kind of say, you know, my father always said that dwarves are just like elves, with full stomachs and harder heads.
And my father says that we don't get this right, we're dead meat. So come on.
Get these barrels moving, lads. We got to keep it moving.
All right.
Yeah, so Balruk's basically just going to be moving barrels until someone tells him something else to do.
I'm going to wait for the next most opportune distraction moment, and I'm going to do my best to quickly single sneak move across this gap here to the other side.
Okay. So. Felix is again going to, because it's the most cover, and Balruk said it was okay down there, he is not going to actively sneak, but he will conceal himself down the side of what looks like to be this old building of some kind. It honestly really sticks out, and as he wanders away and just takes position around the corner, he is now positioned underneath one of the watchtowers, and the artistry and the plaster and the artwork on the building that remains of this place is definitely catching his attention. There will be a quick secret check for him as well. Just give me a second. Where's his religion? He's a former Toad. He is trained in religion. Come on. Alright, awesome. Okay, so Felix is hiding around the corner for now. Isobella, when you start to sneak away and head over to this section, you see where these two horses are.
Mm-hmm.
But they are also being squeezed under one of the buildings of this place, and they are both very skittish and pretty uncomfortable being in such what is to them tight, quote, close quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, feel free to move on.
So, in terms of verticality and thinking about watchtowers, this central area, you mentioned stuff has fallen down from above. Is it open to the sky, or is it roofed?
Some is, some isn't. Let me have a look. I'll just double check. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, Makes
sorry.
the question. No, I just wanted to make the question a bit more specific, so you know what the relevant things might be.
Yeah, sure.
What I'm looking to do is, you know, at some point, move up in, have a little fight in here, get rid of these 4 guards.
Yep.
I'm wondering, like, what other kind of people would see what was going on immediately, or if anybody would.
Okay, here's what's open to the open sky. This area you're in, where this rubble is in the next room. There is, however, a bridge along just to 5 foot to Balruk's south, a wooden bridge. There appears to be a stairwell in the next room to your east, Anden, that seems to head up. Let's see, you've also got just a line of view with another room to the south of that one as well. It seems like that you can also smell food cooking down there as well. And in regards to the 4 bandits, they are just under cover, yes, from the fallen out floor from above. They are under what is remaining of the roof / the next floor of this old building. So they're under cover, yes.
Fab. The issue with situations like these and in stealth is always like, how many are we going to pull if we do a fight? We gotta get rid of them at some point, but whatever.
At some point we do gotta just fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried about getting closer to these horses, unfortunately, but I really wanted that advantage point.
No, absolutely. And if at all possible, getting you some verticality would benefit us, I think, greatly. I mean, you know your character, you know you played stealth games, I'm sure, with the sniper rifle, and how it works.
I'm just not sure. I think Nanabella's going to motion at Anden, like wave to Anden to try and get their attention. Stick a thumb, like point a thumb back at the horses. Make a little like creeping gesture with her fingers. Stick thumb at the horses again, and then just like with her hands, like throwing her hands up in the air like she's startled.
Yeah. Okay.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I see that, and I take that. I wander over as the other two are doing this thing, and I'm just like quietly talking to the horses as I approach. Just kind of like a, hey there.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you some big, fine, strong steeds going on?
They will definitely need calming because of the tight, cramped conditions that they are in. Can I have a secret nature check off you, please, Anden, as that is what's in the book that is needed.
Fantastic.
I'm glad I got Anden to do this, not me.
I'm glad I'm not having to roll animal handling with charisma, because that's what Speak with Animals does, so it makes it way worse.
Yep.
You can choose.
Yeah, I was surprised by that, but that's what the actual converted book says, so I'm going with it.
Alright. Oh, may I fish for an item bonus for having some horse feed on me, because we have our own horses that we have been taking care of up until a few days ago.
You'll have to expend 2 of the horse feed, but I will give a +2 item bonus, 1 for each piece of horse feed.
Yes. Knock those off.
Okay. The horses take your feed and, well, take from the chat, takes the last of the horse feed, and they do calm and they do seem to settle, Anden.
Yep, I won't take my eyes off of them so they don't follow my eye line. I just hope Isabella's noticed.
Yeah, I let you do your thing. I'm assuming you've done your thing, and I'm going to move on.
Yep.
All right. let's go back to Kelvhan and Balruk while they are doing their thing. What are you two doing for your thing?
How many barrels do we have left? We've moved 2.
I would say, for a cart of that size, there would have been at least 3 barrels. So there's 1 more.
Yeah, so Balruk has been moving barrels, so he'll probably just go ahead and move the last one, though he's kind of taking his time with it to get as much time as possible.
Taking a supervisory position. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're good at that.
I'm the best.
Okay. Felix actually comes up from around the corner and notions for one of you to come over.
Kind of
look at Kelvhan like, you're going to have to go, because I'm halfway to carrying a barrel. It'll be very suspicious if I turn back all of a sudden.
Yeah, Kelvhan will just walk over.
BB confusedly wanders over, then realises it's not for her, and goes back.
Oh no.
Felix looks at...
Anden's controlling BB in Druidic, just like with a couple of beast mastery hand signs. It's just like, yep, this is the stay, which I guess is like if you put your fingers like of your hand curled over each other, so it looks like a paw, but like into the palm, so it's like claws in, like wait. And then when it's time to attack, you kind of spring your fingers open into like a paw claw shape.
Felix looks at you, Kelvhan, and just says, "How's your religious knowledge?"
Awful. How's yours?
Good. The markings. I don't know if and what results this may bring to our current circumstance, but this place, it used to be a temple dedicated to Gyronna.
You're gonna have to remind me what god that one is.
A lesser deity.
Yep.
But still an incredibly dangerous one. Titles include Hag Queen and the Angry Hag.
Oh.
Yes. She specializes in chaos, destruction, evil, and madness, and is usually the patron deity for fallen and destitute women. So,
I see.
yes, all about exposing hypocrisy in others, making others miserable, demand bribes to spare others from personal torments. I don't know, again, what effect that will have, if any, on what we're doing, but just in case there's any religious buggery that comes our way, it could be related to something she may have left behind in this place.
Wonderful. Well, when I can get over to the others, I'll let them know, because this could be disastrous, especially if she's still active.
I'm wondering about that bloody hill.
Yep.
And he kind of goes back into officially actually doing the taking cover action, as he is now pressed against that wall, is out at just at Kelvhan's south west. Balruk, meanwhile, is delivering the last of the booze, and that guy from down the south again says, "Hey, well done, well done, well done. Why don't you come down here and say hello before you head out? We got some spit roast pork on the go. Come and have some at least."
Oh, you mean it? That'd be wonderful. It's been a long trip. We got to feed, we got to feed and water the horses anyway, so
Yes.
that'd be wonderful.
Yes. Invite the melee into range of yourselves, you fools.
Okay, so Balruk, there's not quite a line of sight on Balruk's view on the camera at the moment, But Balruk, as you enter, you see one more person to your northwest, literally in a table in the corner of the room, sharpening a rapier. Can I have a reflex saving throw off you, Balruk?
Yeah, I guess. Sure. You can have whatever you want.
Yes.
That is a 25.
You are able to hold your nerve and not step back for a giggles roll of 5 feet from the sheer amount of edge that is coming off this individual.
Damn.
In the corner, sharpening his rapier blade, you see a man, human, who looks like he would fit in a movie like Hellraiser.
God.
Dark levers, studs all over the place, same with straps, long flowing black hair down to the shoulders with a white streak. The hair, of course, is pretty much covering one eye. Tattooed over a finely, there's a tattoo over a finely chiseled 6-pack of abs. There is a cravat, it's a cravat being worn around his neck, almost made of silk. Yeah, there's one more in here, and this man screams absolute edgelord. The one thing you can definitely tell for certain, Balruk, looking at him, he's not from around here. A bit like Akiros, he is definitely not from around here, at least not originally anyway.
Yeah, Balruk kind of glances this way, a little surprised, and then kind of, checks himself on that and goes, "Oi, that's some nice tattoos and a fine rapier you have there, mate."
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I got him from my home in this Roch.
Never been. Now where's this food? I'm hungry.
Just at the table over there with the 3 boys, Jeb, Topper, and Cragger. And you see those three, you see those 3 men, and they're actually in the middle of having a card game.
Yeah, Balruk will step up and probably grab some food. He's not gonna let's say sit or anything, but he'll kind of grab and say, "Well, thank you for the invite, mates."
The one known as Jeb looks at you and says, "Yeah, come on, you've done a good deed. Sometimes it's not that easy to satisfy the boss. So yeah, you done something good." He was getting really, really rowdy.
I wouldn't say that too loud, though. I mean, I could hear you, right?
The one to your south, at the end of the table, who seems to be by a massive, large gate of some kind. The one identified as Topper says, "That man gets so friggin' drunk, he's not gonna hear anything we say. Trust us. Not unless a certain somebody," and they kind of motion to one of the other bandits, "wants to grass us up again, like they have a tendency to do." There is a immediate act of defiance, like, "Don't you dare say that about me. I don't grass you up." And there's a response of, "Liar."
Well, I'll take your word on that. You know better than me.
Alright.
And then Balruk will say grab another plate and say, "Well, I'll tell you what, let me go bring this to my buddy, and then I can come back and we can chat a little bit before the horses are feeding."
They nod, and it goes, "Of course. By the way, you're new around here, aren't you?
Hey, first time coming to the old fort.
What's your name, lad?"
Bolin.
"Nice to meet you, Bolin. I'm Jeb. That's Cracker. Down the bottom there is Topper. It's Jeb here, so who's the one next to you. And over there is Norrie, but don't mind him."
Well, nice meeting all of you. not gonna lie, a little nervous getting into the business and all that, but I found most people have been surprisingly amicable.
Alright, feel free to walk away.
Yep. Yeah, and he's basically gonna bring a plate over to where Kelvin and them are at. Oh, he does. There's like 5 of them over there. One of them's extra scary looking too.
Oh.
I'm not feel bad though. The main guys seem like pretty chill dudes, if I'm being honest.
Yes, they do until they start stabbing you. We may have another issue. This may be a temple to Garona.
How's that affect us? I mean, they've been partying and drinking here for who knows how long. They're not dead and nothing.
But she's known as the Hag Queen. And that may involve some weird, messed up magics.
I see. Well, at this point, did you really expect anything less?
Honestly, no. But it's always good to have an idea of what's happening when it's happening.
Agreed. Now, what's the plan? Because they invited us to eat before we go, but we ain't got much time left, so eventually we're gonna have to just go in swinging or something.
Well, I kind of don't want to make the first moves until everything's set up. So...
I mean, maybe the best thing to do would be for us to go back where they're eating over there. When it's trying to party, draw weapons and see if we can deal with that group of the guards and the creepy edgelord looking fella.
Yes. Let's go have a chat then.
For the record, that was the general perception check that I just rolled. You do also notice there are bodies also on what remains of the next floor, the first floor of this old temple building. Let's go back over to the OAAKs, the old age ass kickers. So, Isobella, Anden, what's going on with you two?
Anden, are there any around that corner on this side of the fence?
Sorry, out of game. Which corner do you want me to look around?
That corner.
Oh, I walked past it. No, there's nobody there.
Actually, from that position, you see it a bit better and a bit more, Anden. Though ruined walls still separate this area from the other rooms, most of the ceiling in this room has collapsed. The only remaining bit of roof covers the inside corner, forming a dry storage area which has been extended out with hides strung from a wooden frame. You also see in that room a stairwell that appears to head up, an exit to the south. Isabella's leaning, and there appears to be some lovely chests in the corner of that room as well. Isabella is still leaning.
Yeah,
I'm not leaning anymore.
No. It's Anders leaning now. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
It hasn't
Just
come up.
Tokens. That's that corner over there.
Yes.
About with the ceiling.
Yes. So for the record, because it's not coming up on the YouTube chat box, but yeah, every time they use the leaning token mechanic in Foundry, I get a little notification that pops up in my chat box that says, "Isobella, I'm leaning. Anden, I'm leaning."
All right.
Quite like.
Yeah. So I shake my head no, and I look back at the others, because I've heard them talking and being like, "Go on, blah 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 blah," and as Balruk is being like, "Yeah, we should go out and just sit there and wait, so we're ready to draw our weapons." I'm like thumbs up, like yes, get in there.
Which way am I getting?
Oh no, this is for Balruk and stuff.
Oh right.
It's they're making friends. They can literally go up and sit in melee, pretty much.
Balruk actually look at Kelvhan after he sees that plan and go, "I don't suppose you're good at cards, are you?"
I've dabbled in my time.
Well, they'll be playing cards. Maybe if you join them, it can get some time.
Let's see what we can do.
I think I know where I'd like to creep, if possible.
Where would you like to creep, Isobella?
Which is I'm going to try and sneak into the fenced off area. So I'm going to... well, let me put my token down. God damn it, Foundry. I'm going to try and creep past Anden and then into this area.
Sure. Felix is going to try and go the same way, but he's going to move up and he's going to wait until the party who are going inside to socialize have who's inside thoroughly distracted, so he necessarily doesn't have to stealth, per se.
Good idea.
I wonder if they're going to add a spell that makes it so that you can target enemies and then you can see their cones of vision.
That would
magically.
That'd be really nice.
That'd be cool.
Just like, I don't know, Eyes of Other or something.
While I'm here, do you mind if I root through this chest?
You can do. Does it open for you?
It doesn't.
Ah, right. I beg your pardon. I'm trying some new things with our foundries and stuff. Hold on. I will try and set that up for you. That's a loot. Let's see. Right.
Noodle trap.
Awesome. Okay. Right. Let's... How about now, Isobella?
I'm in.
Right. Let Isobella explain if there's anything in there worth rifling.
It's weaponry, armor, some arrows, and carver's tools, but also some rope that might actually come in handy. I will go ahead and... You know what, I'll just yoink the lot of the rope, honestly.
Isobella,
4 lengths of rope.
Isobella, as you do, on the level above you, off to the southeast of your location by the rubble pile, you see walking around up there, or I should say lummoxing around, but not noticing you, you do see another beast of a man.
Oh god. There's more of them. Oh god.
This man is about 6'3", built, but, well, if anyone wants a book reference, it kind of, I suppose, reminds me of a visualization of Lenny Small from Of Mice and Men, if anyone's ever read that book. Big, strong, powerful, but I'm going to be playing for the sake of ease. Not very smart looking.
It's Lenny Small if he came from Ankh-Morpork.
Oh, Dave, that's spot on the money. Yes,
it is very much.
If you're a Discworld fan, very Ankh-Morporkian, but yeah, I'm going to be blunt about this. Looks like a big dumb bruiser, but a powerful one at that.
So I like do a quick little wave for anybody's attention who can see me, which looks to be Leoven and Felix. And if I manage to get their attention, I'll like point upwards with my thumb, make a little hand sign for like a person, and then I sort of like cut my hands together like I'm holding something small, and then I just sort of grow it and grow it and grow it, and then point back up again.
We need to establish a PC hand sign. Well, I always try and make them quite simple.
There is a feat for this.
Really? Yeah, there's a feat for that.
Secret hand signs. Love it.
Yeah, no, and in return, but sign language is a thing in Pathfinder, isn't it?
It is too, yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Felix, in return to you, Isobella, just has a line of sight on you. He's just done a perception check himself, and he looks up, and then he sticks up one finger, points to you, then back to the symbol of one finger and up, and then on his other hand, he raises 2 fingers and points them up as well.
All right.
That he sees 2 more on the floors above as well.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And off I go. Are these stairs just below me, by the way?
Yes, they are stairs. Hold on a second. Now that you're near them, you are going to see something I've done before, but I haven't done in a while. The old bamp arrows. Stand on those squares, and you are going to be bamped upstairs. Also,
I mean, now that I've been informed upstairs is very dangerous, I'm not sure I want to go up those stairs if I understand correctly.
Yes. Also, Isobella, from that point of where you are there, allow me just to get a view for the folks watching. Coming from that room to the south, you smell a barbecue smell of beautifully cooking pulled pig.
All right.
But before you move on, let's go back to the others.
That's where I'm stopping, don't worry.
Yeah, let's see what they're doing, because Felix will want to join you over there as soon as that lot inside is distracted. So,
Yes.
Just before we move on, is there supposed to be a wall here, Mark?
yes, the map doesn't convey it very well, but basically, the best way to put it is that the rubble is blocking off to the rest of the temple.
Bollocks. Carry on.
But while you're there, let's do this now. While you're there, can I have a perception check off you, please, Isobella, while you're there at that position, because you're right on the spot.
Would you like it blind or open?
Just for the sake of ease. No, there's no real false information to give out here. It's just you're either going to get it or you're not. So open, please.
28.
Smashed it. Okay, Isobella, you look at the rubble that has basically collapsed this next room to the south, and you do notice lightly covered rubble to what appears to be, and it's funny because we were joking about this off session a few weeks ago, a trap door.
Dun 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 dun.
That appears to lead into the, well, basement of this building, question mark? But yeah, you see a trap door, slightly covered. As you rolled a 28, that's a critical success, but does actually show signs of constant use.
I see.
All right, let's go back to the others. Okay, thank you for your patience. Please proceed.
Well, I guess we're going to be heading down and playing some cards.
Yes.
Okay, for context's sake, the game of cards they are playing is blackjack.
Wait, so we're back. My friend here was wondering if he could perhaps join you in a couple hands.
I do love a good game of cards. Don't worry, boys. I've just been paid. I shake it.
The edgelord in the corner, who the others identify, and they will in casual conversation, identify him as Dovon. He'll turn around and he'll say, "Just you two? What is the other one doing? I heard there were 3 of you with a bear." No, not with a bear, sorry, they don't know BB's there yet.
The other one. Oh, go on.
He's tending the horse and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to be shy. Shing! Sharpens his blade a little bit more.
They're not a people person, so you know.
Not at all. I'm pretty sure that one, I don't know. He don't talk much or do nothing. He's boring.
Won't even gamble with us back at the camp.
Okay. Kelvhan, can you roll me a secret roll, please? Deception to create a diversion.
Secret deception, sure.
Yes.
I'm not going to need one for BB in a moment.
Do you
Okay.
mind? Sorry, Mark. Do you mind if I quickly motion for Felix to take one step north? Thanks, buddy.
He does. Okay. So, back to the card game. What are you two doing?
I'd like to. So, what are we playing?
One here, identified as Jeb, just turns around and goes, we'll just keep it nice and simple. We play a game of blackjack, or, well, where I come from, we called it, well, what is it you call it in your lands, Topper? And Topper, who speaks with a Pataxian accent, says, we call it pontoon. Yeah, so anyway, we're playing that.
Pontoon? I never heard of a pontoon. But yeah, deal me in, boys. Deal me in.
Pataxians.
Have a wander over.
The one to the south, called Nori, sees, although the token has officially moved, does see a clinking image run off to the north and go and join Isobella in the old building as Nori turns and goes, huh? What was that? As the creative diversion did not work for Felix to slip by, and starts to head back up to the north and head towards, it looks like, where Isobella and Felix are.
Balruk will kind of look at it and say, why don't you join in the game, eh?
What? Didn't you see that?
So, I'm leaning against the wall. What's up?
How many did you bring with you?
Oh, just the one other.
Was he wearing shiny armor?
No, not shiny armor per se, but he's got some some jewelry, like, you know, fancy shining metal things. Somebody took one off on me the other night. That's exactly why I ain't gambling. Swore off it for at least 2 or 3 days.
Don't be like that.
Be like what?
You know exactly what.
You took my last pay, and they done took all my nice rings.
Not my fault, your shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, oh boy. Because this is technically deception, but Balruk has all the social skills bar deception and performance. Yeah, I've got a call for a deception roll. Does anybody want to try and aid Balruk?
I'll use the aid because I was having a conversation with him at the same time.
All right then. So, can just make it open. Can I have a open deception check, please?
Yep. Oof.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, not a critical failure. Balruk, roll me a deception check.
Let's see if I can even hit the success on this. I don't know if he can.
Not like that, you can't.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a 3.
You do have hero points. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
I don't know if it's worth it. Then this is almost. You see my modifier is a +1, right?
Nah, 20. Nah, 20.
Do it.
Nah, 20.
All right, use a point. Why not? How bad can it be?
It can't be worse than a 3.
Don't say that, Greg.
Oh.
Don't you dare say that, Gregory.
Not one. That's a 9. Hopefully that's not a critical fail.
I will say it is not, but Nori does continue to head north and runs into Anden and says, "Oi, was that you just running across just now?"
And then doesn't speak, and just nods as they have rummaged through the backpack to pull out. So when he's going like something shiny, it's like desperately digging in the pack, and has found the astrolabe in their like survey kit.
Okay.
Because that's made of metal.
Incredible.
And it could feasibly have made some sort of metal reflection. I'm like holding it up and stuff, like as you do. Well, no, as you do. I think you have it flat. I don't know how an astrolabe works, I'm going to be honest. But I did just Google it, and it's made of metal. So I'm going to make it... I'm going to like pretend that I'm wiggling it about.
He looks at you, and this is this one Nori. He's the small, sort of like wide one, built like a bull. He turns around and he says, "What the hell's is that?"
A guy sold me it. He says you can use it instead of a map. If you hold it, you look at the stars. I just don't know how it works.
I just want to check with Mark. He's looking at Bramblebeard, right?
He hasn't noticed BB yet.
He's talking about the astrolabe. Okay, carry on.
Because he's facing Anden at the moment.
You said he turned around. I thought he turned around and saw the bear, and Anden was just completely bullshitting on the astrolabe.
Oh, he'll turn around now. No, move that bear back. Back that bear up. Back that bear up. Actually, that's another recording of some kind. Anyway, regardless. +1 circumstance bonus. Make a deception check with the astrolabe.
Oh yeah.
This plan's going great.
It's doing better than I thought it would.
It's honestly perfect. It's making time for people to get into position, and as soon as we got it, then we pull the trigger. So deception with
yeah.
one.
Going great. Going great.
Do you want that secret or open?
I just open. Because I think this is going to be a time where the failure or success could be absolutely hilarious.
If he comes around that corner, he's getting a bullet in the head.
Damn.
Damn.
Boom.
Oh.
+1 shiny.
Okay.
Shiny.
I am uncertain that a +1 is going to get me particularly far on anything. I have rolled it as a total of an 8. Hopefully it doesn't critically fail again, but like, there's a shiny thing, my dude.
He turns around and he sees a reflection in the astrolabe, and then turns around. What the fuck? There's a bear in here!
Oh, run!
Back that bear up!
Kill him!
Back that bear up!
Okay.
Back that
It's
bear up!
initiative
Roll initiative.
Let's go.
Fair enough.
There's a bear in here.
There's a bear! Look over there, there's a bear!
Who brought the bear to the heist?
We got a bear? Why is there a bear?
Not playing Honey Heist, you know.
Oh god.
Isobella can of course roll stealth.
Alright.
Well, you're stealthing, aren't you?
Yeah, no. Don't mind me, my brain's failing.
It's only words. Okay. Cool. Going through the bandits. And finally,
miserable.
The Edgelord. Okay.
Doven from Nisrock. Nice.
Yes. Alright, so let's go in icon order then. Anden, what did you roll?
30.
Alright then. Kelvhan.
13.
Balruk.
18.
Okay, and Isobella.
Got a Poxy 16.
Now, I've figured out how to do this now. So how this is going to work is I found out that the initiative from your exploration action doesn't necessarily carry over per se, but it still so your rolled initiative uses stealth, but I found out that your exploration initiative still sticks. That was a nice tasty 29, Isobella.
Oh, can I keep that?
From what I understand, how it works is your initiative is 16, but you are going to be hidden from people.
All right, that works for me.
So, I'm not going to lie about this, folks. I am still learning Pathfinder's stealth rules. They're a bit all over the place, but I think for the sake of ease, because I think.
Do you want to know the way I've always done it?
Yeah, shoot, go.
You just take the stealth roll that you rolled during exploration, and that is your initiative.
Yeah, that's the way I've done it so far. You know what? I'm going to stick with that. To hell's with it. I'm going to stick with that.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Or something I might something that I might do in the future is I might give the option, like, you can roll for stealth again for initiative, or even though you don't know what it is, do you want to take the gamble and take the exploration action?
On that choice, I will always go with my exploration initiative, just so that you know.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, so Felix also rolled a 21, so we're technically in encounter mode, and Anden, you're the one to start things off. So the bandit next to you, the one known as Nori, has just noticed BB. 3 actions. What are you doing?
Okay. I can't remember if we've been over this, but if I command an animal, do I have to take both actions at the same time? In as much as I would like to command BB to run over to me. I spend 2 actions to cast Runic Body, and then she attacks.
I think that's okay, yes. Because you can't split movements. You can't split a movement like you can in 5e, but the designation of actions, as far as I'm aware, there doesn't have to be any. It's not like your turn and BB's turn. I think you can do that, yes. And that's what I'm ruling for. And that's what I'm ruling for today. If anybody knows otherwise, I'll research it. Also, comments down below if you know. But I think you can do that. Yes, I cannot see why not. I can't see that being overly game breaking.
Yeah, I think it gives it 2 actions on your turn. But I just wanted to double check because, you know, coming over buffing before the strike is a lot better than coming over striking and then buffing.
I would say, yeah, I would say as it's an animal companion, I'll look into it, but I'm going to rule yes for today.
Okay. In which case, let's come over here. Then I will cast Runic Body, which I found is the new name for Magic Fang.
Yep.
And then I can drag that onto BB. And then we will have BB take a chomp out of Nori.
Alright then, so that is the cue to hit the combat music then as it's kicking off. Okay, chomp on Nori, see if you can run him over like a lorry.
Oh, they've changed it as well that you don't have to select.
No, that's yes. Yes, that's the thing as well. Also with the new updated spells, there is some slight changes to them as well.
I love it. I don't just have to choose Jaws or Claws. I can have both. Alrighty. Oh, that's looking good. I have rolled a 21 to hit.
That is a bite on Nori. Give us that damage.
A damage.
Le damage.
We're looking at 12 damage.
So, you cast this spell. Runes now glow over BB's body, and then she bites into Nori. And then he just screams in absolute pain as he gets bitten by a bear. Ah!
Okay.
He's just been bitten by a bear. That's gonna hurt. Nori is still up, but more than bloodied. Isobella.
Hello.
Hi.
Quick.
I can see them, but I'm going to assume they have a pretty solid cover from me.
Yeah, that's going to be greater cover.
Well, I can ameliorate that somewhat with the fact that they are probably off guard to me.
Yeah, let me drop the odd guard condition on. They are more than off guard to you. Hold on, let me drop that on them. There we go. Off guard.
You're gonna like crit and do massive overkill after he's already been bitten by a bear.
I mean, I even have one shot, one kill on for my first round, so it's not impossible now.
Yeah.
So the AC increase has gone from +4 to +2 because they're off guard.
Right, let's see if I can't commit a murder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a murder.
That's a 20 to hit.
Okay, that's not a crit, but the 20 does hit.
That'll do.
But will it?
Mere 9 damage.
She says mere 9.
Mere 9, yeah.
I mean, that
Now
pretty
this is
low.
a hell of an angle and hell of a shot. How do you get it, Isobella?
I shoot his nose off.
Oh.
His nose is just sticking out, and the bullet just fucking takes off the front of his face.
Damn.
So, literally, because I used to be an army cadet, so I know how bullets actually sound. So, what's happened in this scenario is Nori begins to shout out, and I will rule this as actually fair. He shouts out from the bite of BB. But then, before the scream can fully erupt out, you just hear a poof, and then a whiz of air, and then all of a sudden, Anden and BB is covered in a blood spatter as Nori is dead on the floor, and Isobella has taken him out. 2 actions left, Isobella.
Absolutely. I will quietly go back around the corner into the little rubble cubby and hide.
Okay, then. This is essentially the kitchen. To yourself, although it's not in the artwork, you see a spit roast fire with a boar on it. Can I have a stealth check, please?
Absolutely, you can. It's 29.
Yeah. What's the next status above from concealed?
Hidden.
You are hidden from this lot, so if you want to drop that onto your token, feel free.
Beautiful.
All right. Is that your turn, Isobella?
Yeah, that was my last action.
All right, then.
Oh, wait, I can actually reload as I hide, so I'm definitely reloading as well.
Yeah, okie dokie.
I'm just clicking this so it goes up properly. I always forget to do that, just so it says on my sheet that it's crossed out. I always press the picture instead of the cast button.
Okay, so next up It's Dovon from Nisroch. He is going to spend one action to get up from his chair. And he's then going to... What in the devil was that? For the record, because he was sharpening the thing, his rapier is out. He's then going to stride. And then C.
Not Anden. Balruk.
I don't have a weapon now, so there'd not be a lot of point of doing anything.
I mean, you can still punch him.
Holding my arm is very, very lovely. Now here's a question: could I like stick my foot out as he goes by and try to trip him? Is that a thing or no?
Now this has been. I gave a shout out to Kobold DM actually, and this has actually come up in his game. Now I think because okay, it's not reactive strike yet. Let's bring up attack of opportunity. Let's see. It has to be a melee strike against the triggering creature. It doesn't specify that you have to. You can.
Strike is a
weapon attack. Yeah, weapon attack.
Attack.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's like a weapon with the trip property probably to even have a chance.
I would say if the weapon had the trip property, I would allow that. But generally speaking, AOOs is about chilling people and disrupting things potentially.
Yeah.
So
okay. That's all good. I'm probably not gonna do anything yet because right now he doesn't seem like he's watching me because he don't know what's happening yet. So I'll probably keep the cool for now.
Okay, so he's moved 15 feet and he gets to there. He sees Nori on the floor dead. Sees a bear, and then let's see, 5, 10, 15. I've got a. What's near here? Okay, base 25-foot speed. 20, 25. And then. Not entirely cluing what's going on yet, but I think this is fair to react upon instinct because BB potentially mauled the face. Nori got shot in the face. So what I'm ruling is they would have heard the whizzing sound of the bullet, but 2 and 2 hasn't clicked together yet. So basically 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. What the hell is this? Second action to step into BB's range and just out of instinct and there's a bear. They are going to hold on, I need to check. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Gonna strike at BB because there's a bear there. That's just, as far as this Roch is concerned, just chewed at. Nori.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I presume that 19 to hit is going to hit Bramblebeard.
Even with the new barding.
So the strike of the Edgelord does 7 points worth of damage to BB. Yeah, what's his intelligence? What's his intelligence attribute? He's a +2, so he's not exactly dumb. But
I mean, +2 is above average.
Yeah, so he just turns around and he just, to conclude his turn, he strikes at Bramblebeard, then looks at you, Anden, and 2 and 2 are starting to click, but they haven't done fully yet within these 6 seconds, as it's Felix's turn. Now, Felix,
oh my god, a bear.
Yeah, Felix.
It's unbearable.
Look over there, it's a bear, and he's just bitten Nori's face off. Okay, Felix for his first action is going to summon his bastard sword into his hand, because that shit is cool. And for his second action, Felix is he's not a great hider, so the best that he can do is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He is going to use his next 2 actions just to duck round the corner into the kitchen room opposite Isobella in a soft, not hiding, but in a cover position, and is essentially just going to wait for the go. Okay, next up, it's the bandit who's known as Topper. He is going to see, actually, that Nori's face got mauled off. And, well, there's a bear. And Dovan hasn't said anything yet. So first action, Topper is going to get up from his chair. Second action, Topper is going to draw a... Yep, let's see. I believe there's the range. Well, I need the ruler tool. Yay, I'm with ruler tools. Here we go. Now, yeah, BB is out the increment. So for the second action, Topper is actually going to draw a composite longbow. Take aim at BB and fire. What the f? You done to Nori?
Does BB get a cover bonus because he's shooting through me?
It doesn't even matter because that's a 14 and that will way miss Bramblebeard, but the answer to your question is yes.
No.
And that is going to conclude Topper's turn. Because Topper is going to say there's a bear in here, but I would say to fully alert the situation, that is actually going to be a point out action to do that. Now it's Cragger's turn, who looks over and sees the bear. One action to get up, one action to also draw the longbow. His intelligence is average every day, so I'm going to rule the sight and presence of a bear is going to scare the crap out of him. So I'm going to rule no point out, just third action fire on BB. But I think it may be in those longbow's range increments, so there may be a -2 to this as well. And let me have a look at direct line of sight here for a second.
No.
Still got to fire through Kelvhan, so there's going to be a +3 to BB's AC from this.
He was nearly in volley range with 5 feet out.
Another 14 though. BB is
gosh.
absolutely fine. They're panicking and this is helping BB out tremendously. Balruk, it's your turn.
All right. First action, Balruk is going to draw out his mace. Second action, Balruk is going to draw out his fancy new fortress shield and hold it in front of him. For his third action, he's going to do a very Balruk thing, and he's going to raise his voice real loud and say, "All right, you lot, listen up. We brought perhaps a couple more friends than I originally said, and today is the day that finally the Stag Lord is going down. So this goes one of two ways. You can try and fight back against my small army plus the bear, or you can keep sitting at that table, play some cards, and when it's all over, you can live to see another sunrise. It's up to you. I'm willing to fight if that's what you want, but you seem like good lads. I know how it is, so who wants to live to see another day?"
That actually sounds like could either be coercion with intimidation, or the way that ended, make an impression would also work with diplomacy. However, you don't have, but you don't have any group ability to do that, so you'll be able to only target one person with this Balruk. Who do you choose to target?
I'll target the bandit who hasn't gotten up yet, the one who's still seated at the table.
Ah, that's backhanded Jeb to give his full name. Alright then, Balruk. Yeah, that can either be diplomacy with making an impression or coercion with intimidation. Take your pick.
I'll tell you what, I might change our target actually. Which one was it who originally invited Balruk to come and eat with them? Because one of them kind of called out to him and invited him originally.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, that's Nori.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay, we'll do the guy who's sitting there. That takes care of that one.
Alright then.
We use diplomacy in this case.
Alright, make that impression.
There we go. Oh, baby, that's a 25.
25. Let me have a look at for a second. I need to double check make an impression. I want to get this right.
That was a
Will
19.
DC. Yeah, will DC. Okay. That is actually a critical success.
Ooh.
So what Jeb is going to do is... We'll find out on his turn. Okay, Kelvhan.
Huh. Yes, choices. Do I attack the one below me or do I move? Seeing...
Just spell strike all of them. Explosion.
Except for one-handed jab or whatever.
Fair.
I'm going to spell...
Backhand.
Yeah, I'm going to spell strike Burning Hands or whatever it's going to be called now.
Fireball on self. Boom.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
Zoe.
Kelvhan just...
Oh, sorry.
He kind of just stands with... kind of just... Terribly sorry about this, chaps. But you know how it is. He's going to use Quick Draw.
Yeah.
And now I have to remember, did we say I can Quick Draw and use Spell Strike at the same time?
I looked into this. No, you can't. Although, for a giggle, I might create a feat where you could do that. If you wish to take it at level 4. But according to the rules, you cannot Spell Strike and Quick Draw at the same time.
Fair enough, then I am just going to strike the one in front of me.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and give us a lash with Lightning's Laugh.
22.
Regular hit. Give us damage, please.
Wait, it has reach?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's a whip sword, isn't it? Yeah.
That's 10 points of damage.
All right. Whack across Cragger. And it's still alive, but you definitely knocked him into bloodied with one hit.
Then for my last 2 actions, I am going to cast Tanglefoot at the other one on the opposite side.
All right, so Tanglefoot on Topper. Yeah, you
On
weren't
Topper.
sitting. You weren't sitting. You were standing. Okay, target and give us an attack roll against Topper.
With the map, yep.
Yes, it technically doesn't kill a map. Yes.
16.
Even with map, well done. That is a hit. It's a regular success, so 10-foot target of circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round. It can attempt to escape. Also a nice spell effect as well. There we go. It's been tangle-footed.
It lasts 2 rounds now, right? Because
Let's have a look. Success. The
Fighting.
target takes a 10-foot minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round.
yeah.
It's heightened to second, so
For
it
2
lasts
rounds.
2 rounds.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So 2 rounds then. Nice. Okay, is that your turn, Kelvhan?
Yep, that's everything.
All right then. In that case, it's over to a backhanded Jeb's turn. For Jeb's first action, Jeb is going to make a will save because he's got eyes on Norrie and he just saw Norrie get annihilated, or he would have caught it in his periphery. In the same sense of 6 seconds, Balruk has made his impression, which was a critical success. So technically, going into hostile condition, because you're now in encounter mode, that critical success would technically take Norrie back to indifferent. So, with Cragor also becoming bloodied in 1 strike from this blade from Kelvhan, and now Topper being latched on with this kind of a glue, I'm going to say Jeb's first action is going to be a will save to try and analyze this entire situation. Balruk made the impression. What's your class DC now, Balruk?
My class DC is a 19.
Okay. On a 13, Jeb is going to get up from his chair from his first action, and on a regular failure, he has got no clue what to do. So, first action, the will save. Second action, getting up in shock from his chair. He doesn't have a single clue what to do. And let's make a will save. Once again, I'm going to say against the 19. And this is going to be in case... This is going to determine whether or not he can act upon his own, or whether or not he's going to wait for instructions. Okay, a 7 is a critical failure. So what I'm ruling is, although he doesn't have the condition, he is status confused for now on that critical failure. Actually, Matt, what's this confused? Yeah.
Confused makes you just attack people at random.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's not going to have the attack people at random effect, but he is going to be confused with what's going on, and he is going to be off guard from it. He's not going to have the other effects of confused until someone, I'm going to say, uses an action to send him an instruction. All right.
Command an animal.
Essentially, or in this case, command a bandit. Top of round 2, Anden.
Right. I've been customizing my UI and I accidentally lost one of the things I needed.
The new UI customization is so much fun.
It is. I really want to get the macro bar at the bottom longer. So far I've got combat spells and out of combat actions on a different one. But anyway, first up, I am going to command BB. I think we're going to just probably strike twice. First one is going to be Jaws, as one might expect. As soon as I find where I minimize that too. Okay. We have a 26 to hit Doven from Nizrock.
Okay, no point in nimble dodging that, so that is going to be a regular hit.
Oakley dokley. Oh, that's a nice 17 points of damage.
Bloodied in one hit.
Alright, and let's see if we can't finish that off.
Best bear, best bear.
Best bear, best bear. Second attack. I can use the claws now because they're agile. Hooray! That is a 21.
Okay.
Does he dodge it or anything? Or am
Can't
I
even
good
nimble
to...
dodge that. That's a... Nimble dodge will increase his AC to 20. That will still hit. Go ahead, give us damage.
Yeah.
Well done, even off that map.
Oh, not great. That's a 7 damage this time.
Alright then. Dovan is still up. You've got 2 actions left though, Anden.
Yep. I think I was thinking about this. He probably has a pretty good reflex save. So I'm not quite sure whether Electric Arc or Ray of Frost is better.
Well, one's an attack roll, one's a saving throw, isn't it?
Exactly. So I was like, normally I'd Electric Arc to try and hit a second guy, but he's probably going to dodge Electric Arc. So I will go for a Ray of Frost instead.
Alright then. Go ahead. No map.
Come on. Oh, that is a natural 20. That is a critical hit.
Oh,
And
lovely.
something about this brand new eye that the folks can see on my setup. Tokens now glow when you crit. And the chat box. That is a crit. Go ahead and actually, hold on a second.
What?
I am going to be naughty.
Oh.
I am going to use nimble dodge.
I have terrible news for you.
What?
The nat 20 increases the success by 1 stage anyway.
Yes. However, what the natural 20 will do is it will reduce it. This, because it's not a +10 crit.
Exactly.
There we go. Good call. Thank you, Lexi. Because I was going to negate the crit with Ninja Dodge, but it was a natural 20 crit. Go ahead, Anden. Critical damage.
Okay, it only has the damage button, so hopefully it'll know.
Oh, you just gotta click. Mark's just gotta click double.
That's 11 on a cantrip. I'll take that.
Double it, please.
You've gotta click double.
You just.
Yeah, I know, but you can tell the folks at home what 11 doubled is.
It's probably like at least 100.
It's 22 points worth of damage. And
you gotta use that little sliver tool you have, and you kind of hold it flat or whatever. And
2 11s is 1,111, I think.
Yeah.
I love you all, but you bastards. Anden.
Salty because we obliterated your mini boss, aren't you?
Oh.
No, because I know how much more I've got left in this bloody fort. You don't. Anden. How do you finish the Edgelord?
Edgelord comes up, stabs BB. BB kind of like shrugs this off with the new sort of empowered runic body, and I just say, but do I do it? Like, mighty edgy of you. Think you should probably just chill out.
All of a sudden, Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin comes in out of nowhere. You're not sending me to the cooler.
Yeah.
And the Edgelord dies. No matter what game I've run, the Edgelord never lasts long, don't they, Greg?
No.
No, not really.
Remember the one from Wrath and Rolls?
He lasted 5 seconds.
Pretty much. Great round from Anden. Next up, Isobella.
I have a series of questions for you, Mark. The first question is how thick is this fence?
Let's see. The one right in front of you?
This one.
It is basically okay. Through ruined walls. Okay, the ceiling has collapsed, forming a dry storage area.
Are you going to try and John Wick this?
With height strong from above. Okay, so it's a wooden frame. So right. I am going to presume it's like a garden fence. It's thicker than that, though. There is definitely no visibility through it, and that's even on the original maps of the fort. There is no line of visibility through them. But yeah, that's it.
However, first things first, I'll sneak for 15 feet.
Yep.
Or I would if my PC wasn't going crazy.
Remember the walls work.
It's not the walls, it's my mouse just dying.
Alright.
And I pre-measured this. One of them is now within 30 feet of me. And hearing is treated as an imprecise sense. So you can locate people using hearing. And you did mention they're panicking on the other side, so I imagine they're being quite loud right now.
Alright, what I'm going to rule then is if you want to make an imprecise sense, I'm going to say shooting through the wall to try and take this.
There is no way they're not getting greater cover.
Right, but
I understand that.
But first of all, you need to lock them down. So second action, perception check.
Oh, I figured it was just going to come as a concealed or hidden flat DC, but sure, that works.
Yeah, I'm going to say with an imprecise sense, you need to lock it down a bit more first.
Understandable. That'll be a 25.
All right, you've got a beat. I'm going to say, because technically you're hidden and they're not going to see the shot coming, they're going to be off guard, so the AC increase is only going to be a +2. Sorry, I'm also going to rule that if you fire a bullet through the fence, there's going to be soak akin to a wooden shield.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hold on a second. So let me pull up a wooden shield. So the hardness of a wooden shield is only 3. So go ahead and there's going to be an AC increase of +2, but they are off guard. So give us that shot, Isobella.
That is a 20 to hit.
Okay. With the +2, that is still going to be a regular hit. Give us damage, please.
That's 4 damage. It was worth a shot.
So that's reduced to 1 point worth of damage. As Kelvhan, you hear a puff come through the wall, and all of a sudden, the bandit in front of you, Kragar, a bullet skims past him, grazes him, and hits the wall to the fence to your east. West, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so whoever has Nori targeted. Yes, Nori he's a dead Nori.
It looked like the bullet bounced off of dead Nori and went round the corner. It was
hilarious.
What was that film where they bended the bullet?
Wanted.
What a film.
It was a film. It was so good.
Oh no.
All right, next up, it would have been the Edgelord, but Edgelord has...
I've got 1 action left. Oh no, you took an extra one from me. Never mind, carry on.
I didn't take anything from you. I'm sorry, but you needed to make that perception check to fire through a wall.
That's a gift.
Wait a minute. Something's actually wrong, though.
Uh-oh.
Isobella, roll me another d6 for 1 shot, 1 kill. You were hidden from him.
I only get that on the first shot of an encounter, sadly.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough. Okay, in that case then, it's Felix's turn. He's going to do a bit of a fourth wall break. He's just going to look at the camera, and he's not going to say anything, but he just motions to the camera, fuck it. And so, first action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, he's only got 20 because of his armor. Second action, 10, 10, pee off. 5, 10, 15, 20. And for his final action, he's going to go Alcat Games, Wrath of the Righteous. He's going to just enter the fray, basically. 5, 10, 15, 20, and run around the corner into the main room where all the bandits are so far. Okay. It's a proper Leroy Jenkins, and he's all out of chicken. Okay. Next up, it's Topper, who has got a 10-foot deduction to speed for 2 rounds. So, Topper just moves 10 foot. Well, he's got 15 feet with a 10-foot reduction. Yeah, he's just going to move out to here, 10 foot to his east, and just absolutely trying to get this stuff off him. He can't. But then he sees a charging Felix, so his instinct is just going to be to fire as the man from Pitax fires with the composite longbow. And oof, natural 1 on Felix completely misses the thaumaturge as Topper, just out of frustration, throws his bow down trying to get this gunk off him. Then for his final action, draws his short sword, and what we see in the fiction is he tries to cut some of this Tanglefoot away from him. It's now Krager's turn, who is, yeah, he just got shot through a wall. So what Kragger is going to do is he is going to... Yeah, he's going to use the first action. He's slightly more with it. He's going to use a point out action as he's just going to raise the alarm, just shouts out for help. And then for his second action, he is going to... Well, first of all, he's going to use a freebie to drop the bow, draw a long sword, and then strike at Kelvhan for his second action.
Drop and draw for a free?
Sorry. Shout out, free, drop, second, draw, third, strike. But a 12 is not going to hit you.
No.
But the base has been alerted. Balruk.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. Big good positioning here. I guess at this point, Balruk's just going to get into the fight here because it's party time. So
it's party time.
It's party time. First action, Balruk is going to move. He's going to move first. His first 15 feet, he's going to move across like this and then down like this, just in case someone's got some nasty attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
And then let's see. The one that is next to, yeah, he's looking pretty happy. Yeah, let's just hit the one to my left, right there next to,
Yes, that's Kragger, so go ahead. He's very injured.
Alright, yeah, Balruk steps up to him and says, sorry about this, mate, and then swings his mace for a second action. Strike. With a 26 to hit.
That is a plus 10 crit.
Alright, for 14 points of damage.
How do you fill in the Kragger?
So they kind of, sorry about this, mate, and then just clubs him as hard as he can, like right on the side of the head, and just drops him.
Jeb, who's just off to your northwest, just kind of looks aghast. It's a bit like Ace. Yeah, it's a bit like, hold on, it's just a bit like Ace Ventura when nature calls, when the arrows go into, when the spears go into Ace's leg. He just looks at Jeb and he just goes, ah! Final action, please, Balruk.
Final action, Balruk is going to look at Jeb and just say, the only reason that wasn't you is because you're still behaving yourself. Sit down, don't move, stay away from weapons, and I won't have to do that to you.
Ooh. If you want to actually make him completely placid, I will say give me an intimidation check. Or you use your final action to whack Topper.
I will do the intimidation.
Alright then.
Although the fact he's already kind of dizzy there is going to help me out here. So here we go. Intimidation. A 15? That's not too bad.
Will DC is only 14.
Alrighty.
He's also going to be frightened 1 now, technically.
Very nice.
He's well up the creek without a paddle. Alright, Kelvhan.
Yes. Oh, I still have to roll the 2. My bad. He's just going to step forward. Look at... Oh, what is your name?
His name is Topper.
A Topper. And go, you should have sat down like your friend. And then he's going to spell strike him with Ray of Frost.
Alright then. You don't want to move into the flank, or you're just going to stay there?
Yeah, you might as well. I've got the speed.
Yeah, you've got the speed. Alright, so go ahead. Give us a spell strike.
Let me just remember how to do this. It's been a while.
First of all, just the just Lightning's Laugh to start with.
Yeah. 16?
16 is a hit. Give us damage for Lightning's Laugh.
8 points.
And then give us the damage. Bring up Ray of Frost, and to bring us the damage for that, just hit attack.
7 points of damage.
Unlucky, you knock him down to 1 HP.
Yeah, I just now need to figure out some things. Yep, I'm fine. Cool.
Does that take you to Arcane Cascade, or do you need
No,
an
I
action?
have to spend an action to get my Cascade up.
All right, then. It's now Jeb's turn, and what Jeb is going to do, frightened, confused, didn't actually see, just out of line of sight. Well, he can see a hand of a dead, Dovon on the floor. First action, will save against Balruk's DC again. Natural 20. Okay. So what happens is the frightened. I'm going to rule that the frightened clears. And what's going to happen is he's still pretty much confused and out of it. He's going to use his second action to go into the corner of the room where Dovon originally was. And he's going to use his third action to do a will save to try and clear the confusion. Because basically he's getting into the corner. He's trying to catch his breath. He's trying to take stock of the whole situation. Rolls another natural 20 for a total of 24, a critical success. So what happens is at the end of this turn, he clears his confusion, his frightened would took down anyway, and he comes back to his senses. And that is where we can close round 2, and with the party in a strong position, I've just checked the time, we have to close it there for today.
No.
All right. So apologies for that, but we've actually gone over. So we actually need to unfortunately get out of here. But it went to the hells, but it's in your favor right now. How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to kill them. Kill everyone.
All of them.
Most of them.
Oh yeah,
We've got to keep one alive. We've got to go find that guy you want.
We're gonna adopt the bandit and be like, we're the good guys because we left you alive.
All right then. So when we return, the third and final act of the Stag do-over, well, it's well and truly begun. But how's it going to finish? Thank you all very much for watching. We hope to see you on the next session of Kingmaker. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.